Hey YouTubers and everyone in the world. Today is January the 21st. The time is now 8:22 a.m. guys. It's going to be a beautiful Friday all day. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so you guys can see more of me. Now today's topic is going to be 10 revengeful ways to get back at your ex. Plus I'm going to throw in a bonus tip for you guys. Oh yeah, make sure you go visit my website adaycreations.com today. Now, the first revengeful ways, like if you want to get revenge on your ex for something that they did, whether it's a male or female, my advice, number one, is to live well. I'm saying, you gotta live well. You gotta have a good life. You gotta be successful. You gotta do things that make you happy and make you smile. Because it's nothing, when it comes to you living well without them, it says so much. Now, the second revengeful way is to get back at your ex because they done did you wrong is to exercise and keep moving forward. Now, a lot of times when people break up with someone or, the relationship just went bad, people tend to let themselves go. They start overeating, they start overthinking, they just stop caring about life. So what you got to do is get a hold of your life, get a hold of yourself, and make sure you keep moving forward. So exercise. Don't just let yourself go and gain all that weight and, just be bent out of shape. You got to make sure that you exercise, you keep those bones lubricated, you keep yourself looking and feeling young, because you know what? That shows a lot about your character and it shows true strength. Now, the third revengeful ways on how to get back at your ex when they done did you wrong is you do the things that they always wanted to do with you. So if there were certain things that you wanted to do with them and they didn't want to do it, now is the time to do it. Take yourself on self dates. If you always wanted to have a spa day, go get yourself, massaged on and relaxed and have a good time with yourself. Because you deprived yourself long enough when you was in that toxic relationship and you wasn't able to do the things you really wanted to do because you wanted to do it with them, but because of their negative attitude, it's like you couldn't do it with them. So now that you are single again, do the things that make you happy and start putting yourself first. Now, the fourth revengeful way on how to get back at your ex when you feel like the relationship is over but you want to get back at them is you stop wasting your time on them. Just get to a point where you just don't even pay them no mind. You don't entertain the thought of them. They don't exist. And at the end of the day, you have to have that strong type of mentality, because if you're constantly putting so much energy into trying to make a relationship work that's clearly over, all you're going to do is hurt yourself more. So you got to get to a point where you say, I'm not going to waste any more time on these people, these situations. It takes too much energy to do that. Either you choose to be positive or you choose to be negative. So when you focus on yourself more, now you got to take that positive energy and you got to do something with it. Don't give it to them. Don't just give your power away to them anymore. If the relationship is over, you keep moving forward with your life. And as I said before, stop wasting time on them because they're not important anymore. Now, the fifth revengeful way to get back at your ex when you feel like they did you wrong is become financially stable. Become financially stable. That means if you always wanted to go back to school to better yourself, to get a better career opportunity, or maybe you landed the job that you always wanted. Listen, now is the time for you to start planning for your future. That means you need to start making some real money, putting some money to the side, and deciding what you want to do for the rest of your life. Because now it's not about them anymore. You gave them everything that you can give them. And now it's time to put yourself first. So as I said before, you guys need to become financially stable. This way you ain't got to depend on no one else but you. Now, the sixth way on how to get your ex back and be revengeful about it is go out and mingle. See, your ex hates nothing more than the thought of you being with someone else, even if the relationship is over between you guys. A lot of times, especially with men, they don't want to see you with someone else. Some women are like that, but the majority of men, even though they may not want you anymore, they don't want to see you happy with someone else. So at the end of the day, that's exactly what you do. You go out there and you mingle and you have you a good time and you start living your best life. Because like I said before, you put so much energy into that relationship, things didn't work out. And now at this point, it's time for you to start having fun again. It's time for you to start living again. You got to start living. Get out of that rock. Step out of the box and go have some fun. Now, the seventh way, revengeful way to get back at your ex today, guys, is ignore the texts and the phone calls. Ignore them. Ignore them. Because at the end of the day, if you're still answering the text messages, if you're still answering the phone calls, that basically tells that person that they still have a shot, that they still have some type of power and control over you. So you have to show them that you're mentally stronger than that and you're not going to put up with it anymore. So they could text you all they want or they could call all they want. You don't have to answer. And if you want to get serious about it, then you block them. This way, you can't call me. You can't text me. There's nothing to talk about. I don't want to hear anything. Now, the eighth revengeful way on how to get back at your ex, and I think this one is really important, is post an embarrassing picture of them. If you really want to be spiteful, if you have certain pictures that you know for sure that they don't want to share with the world, and it's like, hey, this person probably would have did this to me. Why not do this and have a little fun with it? Because once they see that text, once they see that embarrassing post, they're like, I can't believe this person did this. I would say this though, when you do something like that, it is kind of, you actually hit and type low. But on the flip side of it, if they done did something to you and it was spiteful and it was rude and disrespectful, then at this point it's like, hey, this is what it is. If you want to post a nasty picture of them, then fine, do it. Why not? Let people see who they really are. Let their true colors really show. Now, the ninth revengeful way to get back at your ex today, guys, is to write a book about them and publish it. Now, if they did something to you that was so, out of line and disrespectful, then at the end of the day, hey, write a book about it and publish it. And let people know, like, there's people out there that actually do these things that's nasty and rude and disrespectful. And there's people out there who, don't care about someone else's feelings. I'm not necessarily saying you have to put their name in it because then, they have rights to suing you. But listen, you give them a character name, you tell the story as it happened, and you make money off of that. Like I said, this goes back to being financially stable. You can get paid for the pain that you've already experienced. So it just makes sense. Now, the 10th revengeful ways, guys, on how to get back at your ex when they done did something wrong to you is date one of their friends. And now, as I said before, this is kind of hitting low and it's not something that I would do. But if you are that type of person where you want them to know that they hurt you, they disrespected you, and you ain't having it anymore, then date one of their friends. Let it be known that, listen, that respect I had is gone. That's done. It's over with. And at the end of the day, and if you really like that friend, who knows? That could be the person that you was always probably meant to be with. You never know. So, that's one way to look at it. Now, the bonus tip for today, guys, on the bonus revengeful way to get back at your ex, guys, and I feel like this one is really important, is to become successful. That's the best revenge. The best revenge is massive success. That is the best way to get back at your ex and let that person know that they truly missed out on a good person. They took you for granted, disrespected you, didn't appreciate you, didn't care about your feelings. But guess what? You took all that negative energy and you put it into something positive. And now what you're doing is you're moving forward with your life and you are more successful than you was when you was even with them. And that right there lets them know, like, wow, this person really has grown so much. They have done so much since the relationship. They have accomplished X, Y, Z and 1, 2, 3. And guess what? All without you. That's the best revenge. That right there, that's why I left that one for last. That was the best one that I could have gave you out of all of them. Because all that other energy that you're pointing towards getting back at them, if you think about it, why not just become successful? Why not just become successful? But anyways, I hope that those 10 revengeful ways on how to get back at your ex helps you guys and opens your eyes to how to get back at them and let them know that they really missing out on something good. And like I always say, guys, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to see much, much more. And visit my website, adaycreations.com. Until the next video, guys. Peace.